Let's focus on a number of elements from this ball game here tonight before we do hear from Padres manager Bob Melvin. First, Michael Wacha, we said it before, he was excellent in this game. I mean, 6 scoreless innings. He had everything working. I think it's interesting to take a look at how Michael Wacha did it here tonight, how he was so effective, really mixed in all his pitches really, really nicely. Four-seam fastball, 34%. The changeup was really working for Wacha at 31%. The sinker, the cutter, the curveball, he used that 5-pitch mix just beautifully. I mean, the changeup at times was kind of unhittable for Michael Wacha. Struck out 10. And look, Michael Wacha has had a lot of success in his career, but he's not a big strikeout pitcher. He's not who you would think of on this staff if you were thinking strikeouts, but 10 strikeouts for Michael Wacha, and it's only, believe it or not, the third time he's ever hit 10 strikeouts in his career. 11 would have been a career high, but he had hit 10 twice before tonight. How about this? The last time Michael Wacha had 10 strikeouts, 2015. I mean, it's been a long time since Michael Wacha had a strikeout performance like he did in this game here tonight. He was great, 6 scoreless innings and a well-deserved win. Michael Wacha now 2-0 on the season. All right, let's head back to Atlanta, hear from Padres manager Bob Melvin after tonight's 4-1 win.
Let's take a trip down to the Padres clubhouse and hear from Padres manager Bob Melvin. Presented by Sinley Food. Find your next cooking adventure at Sinley Food, 4665 El Cajon Boulevard, the Cook's Asian Resource.
Bob, congratulations. Another tough win against a tough team over there. How important is it to get these types of victories early in the season?
Yeah, I mean, look what Wacha did today. I mean, he really showed us what he's made of and why we signed him. He had every pitch working today. Really good command of his fastball. Had a good cutter. Had a good curveball. Changeup's always there for him. 1 walk, 10 strikeouts in 6 innings. Efficient with his pitches. So it started with him, but then we got a little damage. Did some good things. Made some good defensive plays all the way around. A good game for us.
As far as Wacha, I mean, you can't really ask too much more of him, especially after you had the short outing from Nick. I mean, that was a pretty huge outing on his part.
Yeah, look, I mean, 6 innings this year, early on like that, 90-some pitches, against the lineup like that in a close game where every pitch really matters. I mean, it's great to see him pitch a game, like that against the lineup like they have and as hot as they've been. So, it just makes us feel good about having him.
How important was the defense tonight as well? Some big defensive plays, including Manny's late in the game.
Yeah, we did. That was a huge play in the game. We're probably got to do something different, with Garcia 2 days in a row. So to make that play, Kimmy made some good plays short too. Just all around good game for us. We had some decent base running. We missed home plate one time, but sometimes things happen that way. But aggressive all the way around for us.
Hey, can you talk about that play just a little bit? I guess it was your assumption that he did not touch the plate and they did the appeal properly?
Right, they did. It wasn't originally sure or not. When he goes back to touch it, then you probably have an idea that maybe he didn't get it the first time, but just making sure that, Ha-Sung's run scored.
Once Kim touches, then Odor can't go back in.
Correct.
It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Okay. On that play, any thought that Darno blocked the play, or can you do that when it's an infield?
In the infield, it's a lot tougher to get that call because there's not much time. You can't get into position like you can in the outfield. We were looking at it, but I think that play, number one, took him towards where the throw, the ball was going, and you just, a lot of times it happens too quickly in the infield.
Not to harp on that play, but it was so unique.
Yeah.
How is it supposed to be executed once Odor misses the plate? Is it
more
aggressive to get back?
No, he doesn't know. All he's trying to do is be aggressive and score. So it's just, you don't see that very often, if at all.
Do you think he should have slid? Catcher kind of there. Not hard to tell if he should have slid or not.
Well, as we sit here now, but his instincts told him he thought he was gonna be in, and anytime you run through the base, you're a little quicker getting there.
Wacha's pitched a lot of really big games.
Yeah.
He's faced a lot of really good lineups in the past. How important is having a guy like that, given what you guys are trying to accomplish this season in your?
Yeah, I mean, and really for us to see it firsthand. I mean, you know what he's accomplished in his career. But to see it firsthand against a lineup that's been so hot and so good, and really to have him under control the entire game, it crosses my mind that doing pitch counts here, he sent him out for the 7th, but obviously with his injury history and, early in the season, you're 94 pitchers or whatever it was, it was enough. But, man, it's good to see that, we have somebody that can put together games like that against, really good lineups.
Looked like Soto's swing has been kind of coming around for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Now. It was nice to see him get into one tonight, get a couple hits.
Yeah, I'm sure he's happy about it too. So, he puts in a lot of work, and we saw what he has to offer in spring training and the WBC, and on a cold night, sometimes it's not easy to swing the bat, and put together quite a few at bats. So hopefully he's on his way.
Does the cold night have anything to do with Hader's pitch selection? It was like all sinkers.
No, it's always going to say sinker up there. It's the same pitch all the time from him. Sometimes it's just a little lower velocity,
right,
like it was today. Most of them are classified as sinkers with him, but threw some changeups, threw some sliders today because that's what he felt like he needed to do.
Regarding Ha-Seong, what did you think about his defense today, and what do you think he needs to improve on when it's at bats?
His defense is always there. It's a fantastic shortstop that now is playing second base, doing whatever he can to help the team. I think his at bats actually look really good right now. He just missed a couple balls, pulled him foul down the line. Obviously has some home run power in him. I think last year was a big year for him offensively. He's just going to carry it over to this year.
Soto's made it clear he's not a fan of the pitch clock. A lot of guys aren't.
Yeah.
What have you seen him do to try to adjust?
We'll call timeouts, whether it's the first pitch or whether it's into it a little bit. We've talked about this is a guy that likes to take his time at the plate. He likes to banter with the catcher. He talks to the umpire. There are a lot of things that, he does that really nobody else does at the plate. So this is, if anybody gets taken out of the routine a little bit, it's probably him. But you know what? He's forced to do it, and he's finding a way to call some timeouts to collect his thoughts and go through the process he normally does.
Who's your closer tomorrow?
I won't be Hader. So we have a couple guys that won't be available tomorrow, but it's something we've had to go through all year anyway.
All right, that was Padres manager Bob Melvin from the clubhouse in Atlanta after this 4-1 win for the Padres here tonight against the Braves. And you heard Bob Melvin allude to there, Josh Hader will be unavailable tomorrow, which makes sense this early in the year. He will not pitch in 3 straight games, so that's something to just think about for tomorrow. It's going to be somebody else in the 9th inning in a save situation, so we'll see how that all pans out in the Padres bullpen. You heard Bob Melvin really sing the praises of Michael Wacha, and rightfully so. He was, it was funny. I was just saying how he really had everything working, especially that changeup, the way he mixed his pitches here tonight, and then Bob Melvin came on and made me sound like a smart guy because he was talking about it too. Josh Hader, it was interesting tonight. You heard the question about his pitches, at least on Baseball Savant, which is StatCast. The sinker, he threw 19 times. The slider, he threw 7 times. And the changeup, he threw 3 times. Now, we know he's very fastball slider heavy. Every once in a blue moon, we'll mix in the changeup. But he did go to that changeup a few times here tonight. He threw 29 pitches, and that's the day after he threw 17. So, the 29 is kind of a lot for Hader. So, no surprise that he'll be unavailable tomorrow. And look, Padres got to figure it out tomorrow if they are dealt with a save situation late in the game. Padres would be fortunate enough to have that opportunity, right, and try to get a series win. But, look, Juan Soto talked about a little bit there in the postgame media scrum with Bob Melvin. Hopefully tonight a sign of things to come for Juan Soto. 2 hits, the home run. You like what you saw. I'll tell you what, if you go back and you watch the pitch he hit for a home run, it was an impressive piece of hitting. I mean, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball on the outer part of the plate, and Soto turned it around, pulled it to right field, and hit it 428 feet. So good stuff from Soto. Hopefully a sign of things to come for him. But again, all in all, a very clean, well-pitched, enough offense type of game for the Padres as they improve to 5-4 through 9 games here in 2023. Well, step aside. We will start taking your phone calls when we come back. Phone number to call, 833-288-0973. Again, the phone number, 833-288-0973. I know we had a lot of people call in early in the show. I think some of you have hung up, sick of waiting around. I understand, but starting next segment, we will talk to you. So 833-288-0973. We'll also get to our home run tally, pitcher of the game awards, out-of-town scoreboard, and more. Final score in Atlanta, San Diego 4, Atlanta 1. Our post-game coverage continues after this on the Padres Radio Network.